Good day, everybody, and today is Palm Sunday, the day where Jesus entered into Jerusalem on a week journey towards the cross. And we begin this day celebrating a religious holiday or a celebration of where we recognize Holy Week. And on this particular day, on Palm Sunday, wanted to give you this particular lesson about what it is to have compassion and love and concern for others. Jesus, who came to this earth to heal, to set free, to provide a different way of what it means to be present with one another when we're in time of need, as well as to challenge the status quo, to remind people that we are in this thing together, that God created us, all of humans and people alike, to love and to be respectful and have compassion with one another. And just on this day that we celebrate Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem, where the palms, not the palms of your hand, but the palm leaves were laid out before Jesus as he entered in as a sign of someone who was a king. They call it a triumphant entry. And they cried out, "Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna," because at that time, maybe their impression was that Jesus, who was the Messiah or the King, came in because he wanted to have an entourage. He wanted to ride in on the donkey instead of coming in with the chariot and all this other big fanfare, because that's what they expected a king to do. Many of the kings in the Old Testament in the past were those who had lots of gold and lots of glitz and glamour and prestige, and was well known or was known for their leadership style. But Jesus, who was humble and meek and mild, entered into the city and came on a donkey, and the people cried out, "Hosanna." Jesus then retreats to an area where he is praying for the city, praying and crying out to God on Jerusalem's behalf, because Jesus is moved by the people. He shows compassion and he's concerned about their future. So much so that he gets on his face and he's crying out tears for other people. Jesus lived a selfless life. Although he had a purpose and a mission, he decided to give of himself to serve other people. And it reminds me about this character in the movie WALL-E, the main character WALL-E, who gave of himself to care for the planet, to do not just his job or what he was created to do, but to find a way to go above and beyond and to make it his mission deep down into his heart. And he wanted to make sure that others knew what it was like to care for the entire environment, and as well as to have compassion for others and to have selfless love, not just to be selfish, but to be loving for other people. Let's take a look at what WALL-E does and how he demonstrates his compassion.
Hey, drink the bus. Here, take the cup. Hey, take the cup. Please remain stationary. A service bot will be here to assist you momentarily.
Stuart! No!
Please remain stationary momentarily.
What's that? What's going on? John.
In the movie, Wally does not allow circumstance and problems to completely stop him from his mission. Even when it becomes a little overwhelming or becomes challenging for him, he remembers why he was created. And God created all of us to be loving and kind to one another. That deep down in our heart, those of us who follow God and to remember the one who created us, we are loving because what? God is love. And what better way as we think about the greatest example of love this week by showing compassion for the things that are in our environment and within our control. Maybe it looks like having the compassion and the love over the things that were given to you, even in your room. Maybe it's really easy this time because you're spending a lot of time in your room or at home, and you might mess up some things and you might think that, these chores don't really matter, but have compassion for yourself and also for your parents or your guardians or loved ones who've given you things and who provided a life for you. And we could show our love and appreciation for that by doing our chores. We can show our love and appreciation by being good students in our classrooms that are virtual right now and respecting adults and respecting the process. And even where we are right now, we can also demonstrate that love that Jesus had for others. Sometimes it's okay to be touched and to have feelings for someone else or because you're impacted by the situations that they're going through. Wally saw the needs of other people and saw the needs of the world and committed himself to that mission and purpose. Jesus also walked this earth and he demonstrated the love of God by healing the sick, comforting those who are in need, raising the dead, providing food for those who are hungry. And those are the things that our Christian faith calls us to do as well. There are people who are sick, people who are in need of encouragement, people today who are in need of food. And Christians all over the world, people and citizens, even non-Christians, are trying to figure out how we can be loving and kind and supportive to others in need. That's one of the things that's really encouraging me during this time of uncertainty, that's helping my faith, is to know that we are all working in this thing together. And if we demonstrate the love and compassion that Wally talks about or does in the movie, and what Jesus lived out while he was here on earth, that our world will become a better place, that we will survive this together. So that means having compassion while we are yet in our homes, while we're trying to protect ourselves from the coronavirus and protect others. Because it's not just about ourselves, but it's about our neighbors and for those who are down the street. And even those who may not have a home, that we are doing what we can to make sure that we can be of need to someone else. So, you're in your home, ask yourself, what are we doing to show compassion towards others? What can we do? It's a great time to talk to your family, to talk to an adult, to talk to your fellow friends, maybe get on a virtual chat and discuss this week. What can we do to show love towards one another, to show compassion? Remember that Jesus is love, God is love, and we are called to be loving and compassionate. And when we see the needs of others and not just get so focused on ourselves, then we are doing the God thing. This is Reverend Sam, and this has been your Christian education moment for the kids and for the kids at heart. Thank you for celebrating Palm Sunday with me, and I look forward to celebrating with you on Resurrection Sunday. God bless you.